Good morning, natural gas. It's Friday, February 13th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And today's trivia, it's a magic day. 2 times 13 equals 26. And here for the March natural gas contract, we're currently down. We're currently trading at 3.1820, down 3.5 cents or 1.09%. The RSI is turning flat at this stage. We're still below the 13 and 48 period exponential moving averages. So what's going on? Well, it's Friday and nobody wants to take the weekend weather risk because Sunday night, you never know, we could get blistering cold again. But right now, the cold is in Europe and Asia. So let's take a look at what happened yesterday for storage. And it came in at minus 249 BCF. This was below expectations, centered around 260 to 265. What's going on? Well, possibly fuel switching because we missed last week as well. We missed again this week. So somebody is moving over to a different fuel and at least coming in lower than expectations on natural gas. However, we're currently sitting at 2.214 TCF in the ground. We've still got a number of weeks to go in the withdrawal season. The average for the remaining weeks, 533 BCF. And that will take us somewhere between 1.67 and 1.75 TCF, depending on the weather. That means we've got a strong injection season all the way from April through October. Let's take a look at some of the block trades that have been going on this morning. First thing out of the gate, we see a whole bunch of 250, 2.25, and 275 puts butterflies here. And as you can see, these are going off at 1.7 and 250 versus 275 put spreads at 1.5. And so you could see this on CME block trade browser. So let's take a look at the hourly chart. And right now the RSI is pointing higher. And that means that we probably have short covering coming up today. We've got our average daily pivot today at 323.80. And right now, again, we're currently trading below that at 318.70. So it looks like right now we're going to be pushing up closer toward that pivot to see if we close out the weekend on some short covering. And above that, we've got resistance at 329.5. And our daily support right now is 315.90, but below that 310 and 2 ticks. Let's take a look at the front to back spreads. This is the March versus April. We saw a lot of this going on where they're looking for the upside here. If this spread continues to widen out because of cold weather, they were buying the 10-cent calls, selling the 25-cent calls, and selling the flat puts against it. And as you can see, really nothing's going on, unfortunately, because the weather forecast is fairly benign. Let's take a look at the Jan versus the April. This is the injection spread, and that is currently coming in a little bit here. We're currently in about 3 cents to 176.60, down 1.62%. The RSI is trying to turn lower, which indicates that this particular spread, it may be kind of contracting here. And let's see if we can come back to that 168.80 as first support. Let's look at the wind chill factor here in the United States. And as you can see, currently right now, still cold across the Great Lakes all the way over into New England and mid-Atlantic states. And as we move forward in the forecast period, unfortunately, it continues to get very warm along the southern tier of the United States. And as we get all the way out into March the 1st, as you can see, this broad area of warm temperatures extends all the way up in towards Chicago. And it looks like the cold is currently trapped over in Canada. And let's take a look at Europe. Europe looks like it's going to get cold around February the 25th. And that is going to be cold from Spain all the way back into Russia. And how about EU storage? Well, it's currently sitting at 35.2% full. Germany and France under 26% full, with this is a 2-day lag. Let's turn to Asia. And this is China and Korea's and Japan, as you can see right now, around February 22nd. Warm temperatures in Japan at the moment, but then colder temperatures are right behind it. Some Arctic air is kind of shifting in and getting into the eastern provinces of China and, of course, the Koreas. So remember the rule. There's 3 areas, northern hemisphere, where the cold air can come in, US, Europe, and Asia. And usually only 2 out of 3 are getting cold at one time. So we got cold in Asia, we've got cold in Europe, means the US is warm. Let's take a look at the U.S. Well, there's plenty of snow cover from the Great Lakes all the way over to the mid-Atlantic states in New England, which is keeping temperatures low. And of course, the ice cover across the Great Lakes is now around 47.1%. It means there's wind and turbulence, which is keeping that ice from forming in greater cover at this stage. How about Golden Pass Pipeline? Well, it's only pulling in 2830 MMBTUs out of 2.6 billion cubic feet. So it is slowly getting closer and closer toward first LNG. How about our stocks in the oil and gas E&P sector? Stocks between $2 and $10 billion and have a high short float over 10%. And the only one with a 1 week performance pretty much in the red here is Murphy at 3.14%. There is a slight positive here for BKV and SM, but everybody else in the red. CRK in particular down 12.6%. Won't get any help until there's some more cold weather. And here again, recapping for the spot March contract, we're currently trading at 318.80, down 3 cents or 0.93%. The roll has finished for Boyle. UNG is halfway through, so it holds contracts 50% of March, 50% of April. So again, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.